Hello, so I've come to the Harmony Garden just to check. It's been too hot to be here today, and really this is the state of everything. It's just been too hot. We've not really been able to keep up with the watering, so we've accepted that we're probably going to lose everything. So the yield of food, I guess, is coming to an end. All the plants, it's just beaten us really, kind of, I suppose. But this is the nature of limitations, and this is the nature of nature, limitations. And in working with nature, and that includes human nature and energies, it just wasn't sustainable. Didn't have a regular source of water. We were using a neighbour's hose pipe. We can't do that anymore. So this is it. But I think there has been lots of learning that's taken place so far, and now the test is to see what does possibly survive, because some things might decide they can cope, especially if we have even a little burst of rain. So the most important thing is to keep these remediation beds watered as much as possible. They were always the priority. If we can plant into these next year, we will hopefully be able to deal better with a situation like we're experiencing at the moment with the weather. And that will be because we will plant a forest garden based system, perennial based, where plants, once they become established, are much easier to take care of and can support themselves. And just as a little example of what we're doing like that, so over here, just underneath this elder tree, we have set a mini kind of forest garden system up, so you can see that the evening sun is on this now. We've got comfrey here, supposed to be a sunflower there, we've got a autumn olive at the back, there's lupin here, chard, there's a mixture of annuals and perennials. This is actually a tree cabbage. So, it's an experiment right at the beginning right now. But this is another patch where the lead levels are high, so we were hoping that the sunflowers would grow more, but it is what it is. So this only really gets the sun in the evening, so this is a benefit of shade. Now the shade, so if you look around here, look at the back, we've got this tree here, so as the sun goes behind this tree, I'm not quite sure if I'm pointing correct because the sun's right in my face, but this small area here will be in the shade again. So it's possible that we might actually plant up 2, maybe 3 dwarf rootstock trees here to help give a bit more shade in the design going forward. But constraints and limitations are part of permaculture design, and the challenges that we've had here have helped us to identify where the weaknesses are, but also where the strengths are. And one of the strengths are in the community spirit and collaboration that has already been established here at the garden with the Harmony Gardeners, and that has to be as important a yield as any food that we are growing. And I'd say it's probably more important, because without that collaboration, without people working together, none of this works, none of this makes any difference anyway. So this isn't a failure at all, because we did it. We tried and we learnt a lot, It brought people together, and that's absolutely key when you're building a community for resilience. So I'm really, really proud of what we've achieved, and it's definitely something to build on. So I'd just like to say well done, Harmony Gardeners, for the strength you brought to this beautiful space, because although there's still a lot more work to do and it might still look a bit rubbish tippy kind of thing, it is actually quite beautiful, because you can see the death and decay and everything, and without that we don't get life anyway. Just have to hope and pray that we will get some rain at some stage. So that's just an update at the Harmony Garden, and today is August the 13th, 2022. Take care, everybody. If you have any questions about anything we're doing here at the Harmony Garden, please post on any of our social media platforms. Join the Harmony Garden group, especially if you're local to the area, and come and learn about what it's like to build community resilience. Take care.